Let's be honest. Some people genuinely enjoy working out, and others do it simply because they know it's good for them. If exercise feels more like a chore than something you actually enjoy, then this episode is for you because the truth is, movement does not have to be miserable. When you find ways to make exercise more enjoyable, it actually becomes easier to stay consistent, build those healthy habits, and create a movement routine that actually fits your life. So, in this episode, I'm going to share four simple ways to make movement more fun, less intimidating, and something that you may actually even start looking forward to. So, if you've been struggling to stay consistent with exercise, these practical tips can help you build that routine that feels sustainable for the long haul.
Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renee Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast.
So many times when we are struggling to stay consistent with our movement routine, it's because we think that we just need more discipline or we need more motivation to exercise, and we are relying on that motivation and discipline. But when we are really honest with ourselves, we can usually find that the real issue isn't necessarily that we don't have enough discipline, we don't have enough motivation, we don't have enough time, but a lot of times it's just because we don't actually enjoy it like we could. Because when you enjoy movement and you enjoy getting that in, you're going to start to create more time because it is something that you have a desire to do. And this isn't the case for everybody. Sometimes, you will have a time in your life where it is hard, even if you have enjoyment around exercise and you have the good mindset around it and you are disciplined and you're motivated and maybe time is an issue, but then you can just scale it back and you can adjust in that season of life and then amp it back up when you come into a new season. So it doesn't mean that you have to cut it out completely, and if you are truly busy to the point where you can't get any exercise or movement into your day, then something else needs to change. You need to take a look at your schedule. You need to look at your priorities and ask yourself, what is more important? Is it your health or what is on your calendar? And that's for a completely different episode. We won't go into that today, but I just want to say, like, if that is truly the case, then that is a different issue than what we're talking about today. So today we are talking about how you can actually enjoy your movement routine. So we've got number 1 is to find movement that you actually enjoy. And it's simple. It's super simple because exercise does not have to mean running or going to the gym if those are things that you do not enjoy. You might get to the point where you enjoy them, but if your thought of going running or going to the gym is just like this pit in your stomach and you dread it every single time, then you're not going to be consistent with it. You're not going to actually do it because you hate it. So find those options that get your movement in that make you feel good and you actually love doing. So, are you somebody that enjoys walking? Do you like dancing? Do you like hiking? Do you like strength training, swimming, cycling, fitness classes, tennis, pickleball? Like, it can be anything, but find something that gets you moving that you love and build that into your day as your movement routine and see how much different it feels and how much more consistent you are because it's something that you're actually loving and you're not going to dread it like things that you are maybe pushing yourself to do that you actually hate at this point. So the other thing to think about here is when you're finding movement you actually enjoy, you really want to focus on how you feel with that activity rather than how many calories it's burning or how much weight you're losing. Don't focus on those things. Focus on how it makes you feel. Like, do you feel energized when you are done with your workout? Do you feel like you put in a good sweat and like you just feel invigorated, or is it something that you just feel happy? Like, it could be something that just makes you feel happy, or maybe your muscles are sore, but in a really good way. Like, those are the things you are looking for. It might not be all of those things depending on what you're choosing, but find the movement that you love and focus on just pulling that into your life and focusing on being consistent with the things that you really have fun with, because the best workout is going to be the one that you can continue doing consistently. Next up, we've got number 2, and the second way is to pair movement with something you love. So, not only are you finding some type of movement that you enjoy, but also look at what you're doing around that time. So, if you are wanting to get on the treadmill and you enjoy the treadmill, but you're just not super motivated to get on it, and you really want to like push yourself to do it and figure out a way to do it, find like a favorite podcast or a really good TV series like on a streaming service, or a playlist that you love, or an audiobook that you've been really anxious to listen to. Find those things, but only allow yourself to watch or listen to them when you are on the treadmill, because in that way, you are looking forward to your next workout, because then you can, watch your show or listen to your book or listen to the podcast or whatever it is that you're doing. That is when you can do it. And that will like really motivate you to get on the treadmill so that you can catch up on what's happening next. It gives your brain something to look forward to. Number 3 is to do it before life gets in the way. And we all know what this means, because when we are living busier lives, our days are full. And if we hold off our movement routine until the end of the day, a lot of times we're either too tired, or like time just gets away from us. We are giving into all of the needs of those around us. We're serving those around us, and we put ourselves last. And a lot of times we get to the end of the night and we are exhausted and we have no time left. And now it's basically time to get ready for bed. And we realize that we never got to our movement routine because it has just been a full day nonstop. So if we can schedule it, because that's key, we need to get it on our schedule. But if we can schedule it for right away in the morning, we can get it done before the day gets to us, before we have any of the decision fatigue and the busy schedules that are happening throughout the day. So you can consider actually adding it to your morning routine, and then you're getting 2 routines done at once. Because if you've been around here, you know our 5 foundational routines are your morning routine, your meal planning routine, your daily 7 home routine, your movement routine, and your budget routine. And if you are getting those 5 foundational routines in, then if you combine your movement routine with your morning routine, you're getting, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Like, you're getting both of them done right away, and not only are you going to feel your best going into your day, you know that you have taken the time for yourself, and now you can go out and you can serve others, and when you get to the end of the day, you can feel like you had a really full, productive day, but you feel amazing because you went into your day feeling energized because you got that movement in right away. So there are many, many benefits to getting it done early in the day, like fewer interruptions. It builds that momentum for the day, and you have both of those routines completed before your like full day even begins. So if this is challenging, if you're like mornings would be awesome, but that is a lot happening right away in the morning, start small. It does not have to be this huge workout routine in the morning. Just do something small and do it consistently for a while and just see how you feel and the difference that it makes. And then number 4 is to find an accountability partner, because Consistency is so much easier when someone else is cheering you on and when you get to cheer someone else on. So this can be a variety of things. You can choose what works best for you. You can work out with a friend. You can just send, those check-in texts. You can share step counts or movement goals with someone. You can join an online community. You can do so many different things. I think I have mentioned before that my family, we have a like group check-in call. So every Friday evening, we hop on Google Meet and we just hop on this virtual call and we check in with each other on how our goals were, like how we did with our goals that week and what our goals for the upcoming week are. And we like log it in this spreadsheet so that it helps us stay accountable with each other. And we also get the chance to really check in and see how people are doing because life gets busy and time passes so quickly. So this is awesome that we have been able to do this and stay with it for I think we've been doing it for a year and a half now. Like time has gone crazy. So we've been doing it for a year and a half, but one thing that we have also done is included a workout hour. So not only do we check in each week, but we also have a workout hour on early Wednesday mornings, like before any of us go to work. And sometimes it's just one of us on there, sometimes there's a few of us on there, but it really just depends on schedules. But it's just this scheduled standing hour where whoever is able to can just log on and work out. And we are on for, I think we have it scheduled for the hour. Sometimes we're on a little bit less, sometimes we're on a little bit more, just depending on how the day goes. But we have just this standing meeting where we can log on for workout hour. And if you log on, the expectation is that you are doing some type of workout. So sometimes we're doing the same workout and we'll share the screen. And then sometimes we're all doing different things. Somebody's walking outside, somebody's running on a treadmill, somebody's working out in front of their TV. It really just depends. But while we're all working out, we're also kind of chatting and checking in with each other and talking about the day and how life is going. So it's just a really fun way to stay accountable because we know like you don't want somebody to show up on their own and be all by themselves. So it really encourages you to just get up and hop on that call and work out together. Even if life is busy, it just makes it easier because it's just a standing appointment. So that is something you could consider doing with your friends or family members if, that is something that could be beneficial for you guys. So I will recap those for you, but I just want to reiterate here that movement does not have to be something that you dread. We can make those small changes, and by making those small changes, it can completely change our mindset around exercise. So if any of these sound helpful for you, focus on just one of these strategies to try this week and see how it helps. See if you can create those routines that are simple, that you enjoy, and you don't have to rely so much on motivation alone, but it ends up being something that you have a desire to do, and it makes it easier to pull it into our days when we can focus on these simple strategies. So we'll quickly recap those. Number one, is to find movement that you actually enjoy because the best workout is one that you're going to keep doing. Number two is to pair movement with something you love, like your podcast or TV show, and only allow yourself to listen or watch those when you're working out. It just gives your brain something to look forward to. Number three is to do it before life gets in the way. So try and get it done early in the morning, knock it out with your morning routine, because then you can get it done before you have more of those interruptions and you're not exhausted at the end of the day, forgetting that you didn't actually get your movement in. So it helps you get it done before you have all this decision fatigue in the day, and it also gives you the energy boost you need to go into a busy day. So there's many benefits to getting it done right away in the morning. And then number 4 is to find an accountability partner so that you can work out with a friend, you can do the check-ins, you can share your goals, you can join an online community, or you can create that standing workout hour with a friend or a family member and work out together, even if you're in different parts of the state or the country, and it does not matter. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you learn to really enjoy your movement and it helps you to be more consistent because we can all use the benefits of movement and the energy boost that comes with movement as well. It is so good for us in so many different ways, and I hope that you learn to absolutely love it.
Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.